Hello guys and welcome back to Create Ultimate Selection, episode 16. In the last episode we've built our first mainline steam train. Look at that train action, baby. And then in today's episode we make some big expansions to the rail network. And then we attempt to make a cobblestone generator. Kind of witness it now when we turn it on. See if we make a load of obsidian or not. Hello guys, welcome back. As you can see, we're standing on unfamiliar ground and all shall be revealed in the time lapse. We've done a lot of work off camera, a lot of work underneath here as well, which obviously you're going to see. Before we get into the time lapse, I just want to say a massive thank you for all your recent support. We've just hit a massive 3,500 subscribers and we're already pushing for 4,000, so make sure you smash that subscribe button if you enjoy the video. So with all that out the way, let's get straight into this time lapse. Alright, what a time lapse that was. We got a load done, and I'll quickly walk around everything we've done in a minute, just in case everything wasn't shown in the time lapse. I'm currently like halfway through editing that down. So before we do, we had a suggestion probably like nearly a couple of weeks ago, but because I've been catching up on recordings and been away and all that, etc., I've not had a chance to add it in. It was a resource pack suggestion from Camden Trains. He suggested the colourful container resource pack, specifically the dark mode, which adds this kind of GUI, and obviously the grey, basically a dark mode instead of the default, which I'm really liking at the moment. But yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think of this, whether we keep it. I think I like it. Bit for the crafting table and stuff. It probably adds more, but that's just kind of what I've discovered. Obviously, it adds a new GUI for the backpack. It adds loads of different stuff. But yeah, I'm just kind of discovering this resource pack as we go along. So yeah, with that quick segment out the way, we'll have a quick look at what we've done. Quick up close and personal look. Still a lot of work to be done, but a lot better than it was looking. Well, as you already know, we've extended the tunnel out. Just kind of built up around the nether portal here. So a tiny little bit of like lore for this area is obviously like, I'm imagining this as like a bit of a more of an older railway, a bit more industrial. And then they've since built the railway on top. To be able to do that, they've just kind of chucked this steel reinforcement everywhere, and just to kind of get it reinforced for hold the weight of the station and all that above ground. Originally, if you can remember, this was kind of curving straight up. Just about to see it was kind of leading up into the bridge there. We've extended it now, and I really love this. So satisfying, this curve, this junction. So yeah, I've extended this one now, and this is heading up alongside where it used to be. And I'll show you that in a minute, and ignore the missing track. It is there, I promise. As you can see, I turn shaders off, it appears. Got a little bit of a space here. We can either just clutter up, or we could actually use this space for a little farm or some kind of processing here, potentially. And then just coming back over here. I think I'm going to put a door in here eventually. And this will kind of lead into this area once I've cleared it out, but we'll just ignore that for now. So yeah, I've branched off here and brought it into a bit of a siding. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to continue this further, because obviously we've got the river. Nope, where are we? We're here. So we're obviously facing this way. And we've got the river here. So yeah, I'm not sure if we'll continue it this way or whether it'll just come in and come out. The idea for this area was kind of a drop-off, or if we have any various factories around, we can bring them back to here and they can get processed. Because I'm thinking of obviously having separate factories dotted about the train network, and then we'll bring them all back into this central location, and then they can get turned into different goods. And I've been thinking, since obviously I've done all this, potentially of having a second line here and pushing this platform back, because we've got plenty of room going this way, and then it just gives us more options for unloading and loading, having two tracks in here. So yeah, not sure how I feel about that one. You'll have to let us know what you think. Yeah, coming around here, we've got a bit of an archway going on. Just need to finish extending that all the way. Probably do the same this side, kind of just continue what we've done over at the station there, and then I'll have a bit of a tunnel entrance here, and then this will kind of be a bit of a balcony above, but we'll head up there now so you can have a look at that. This is what I've got so far for the main station. Now I did bring one of the trains we built last episode over, and in fact I'll just quickly grab one. Again, it's a bit hard to see the tracks because of the rendering issue, but you can see we've probably got enough room for 2-3 carriages, potentially, which I think is plenty for us. And especially for this station anyway, this is obviously going to be one of the smaller stations we'll have on the world, so it doesn't need to be too long. And then over this end, I've just kind of curved it off, kind of respecting the river here, because I was like, I saw this nice curve on the map. I was like, yeah, we definitely want to get like a nice train line running all the way down here. I think that'll look really cool. And then maybe squeezing it behind the village we first started in, and potentially have like a little little station here if we really wanted to. And then we can shoot off kind of this direction in the future. The track overlay looks so cool. But yes, I think that's pretty much it. That's hours and hours of work summed up in about 2 minutes. I did have a thought over here. I mean, this is probably what we're going to do today anyway. I haven't really got a plan for today. Kind of done the time lapse. I'm like, I don't really want to do anything too major because it'll make the video super long. So what I'm thinking we do is, I want these connecting up, but I didn't want to kind of squeeze them in here. It would have made the angle too steep for one. It was just getting way too cramped kind of here. So what I thought then was, like, you often see where they have like a bit of an older bridge next to the newer one. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this maybe 1 or 2 blocks, so it's a bit lower than the new one, and then just have like a bit of an old rickety bridge going across, and then we can join the tracks back up over that side. I think that'll work a lot better. It add a bit more detail to the area. So if we just get rid of these tracks, and we'll go pick them up later. What do we want for this? So if we dropped it down 2, that'd bring us to here. And that'd give us a tiny gap above the water. Awesome. Right, let's just quickly mark out this end. Get some track out. And we'll get this one connected up first. We'll get some toughener offhand, just in case there is any gaps to be filled in. And then what we'll do, we'll come up here, hold control. You can see it's giving us a smoother ramp. That's just knock this back 2. I think that's as far as we can take it back. So yeah, hold control. Right click, it is there. As you can see. Then we'll do the same for this side. Hold control. Like so. So now we need to just quickly get rid of all these blocks. And this actually isn't too bad with the drill. Should have used this first. Just come straight in at the middle. Careful not to delete any of the track. And that's a much nicer slope now as well. Now we've lowered it down 2 blocks. So now we'll just go over the other side, and we are at 65. And I'll get the scaffolding that's been here way too long. So we'll come here. 3. Like there. Don't know why I've put them underneath. I'm being an idioto. And then, if we just bring this connection first, we have a nice slope on the go to this level. And I think this should be plenty of room. And I've not pressed. Now you might be wondering why I use my pickaxe to get rid of these blocks. To get rid of the tracks, I should say, because I've been getting a load of grief on me shorts. And the reason is because if you use the wrench, you obviously have to shift click. So you can literally go this speed, and I'll just do you like this. Whereas pickaxe, you can run like way quicker. So yeah, and like the durability, I'm like, I've got an XP farm. Like it's already producing way more XP than I could ever use. So chill yourself. I'll use my pickaxe if I want to use my pickaxe. That's a nice. Do I want to take this a bit further back? Because we've got the room. Probably. Okay. As long as we don't get rid of our tree, which might have to trim a little, might have to trim the bush a bit. Nothing wrong with having a nice trimmed bush. Probably make the tree look a bit bigger as well.
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention now.
If you know, you know. And maybe bring it to about here. And we don't have to get rid of too much of the more of the terrain. Oh yeah, baby. That's a much nicer slope. And we'll do the same for the other track. Alright, so we've got the slopes in now. Just done a bit of basic terraforming. We just need to get these connected up to the main line now. So if we ignore this monstrosity above, we'll just need to extend these all the way up here. I really need to come and get rid of this at some point. This might be a little bit different, but I normally like leaving 20, having my junctions 20 long. So if you come in here, till it's 20, and do that. Yeah, that's going to be way too, because we've got a bigger gap between the tracks. We're going to probably have to double it. So let's try 40. There we go. Yeah, 40 is going to be sweet. Awesome. Let me just grab some more tuff in our offhand. We'll grab some more tracks out of our bag. Then we'll bring this one forward, just to give us a bit more room. between the diagonal. And then we'll come back till that's 40. Perfect. Now, if you didn't give it this one extra piece of track, it would have been a bit closer here. So say if you're going on a left-hand bend like this, you want to give the right-hand track an extra piece of track before you go into the turn. And then same if you were going right, you'd want to give this left-hand track an extra piece of track. Or if you're doing a bit of a tighter turn, you can give it an extra 2 pieces. Just want to play around so it's a nice even space between throughout the curve. And then we can just come in here. I won't worry about this too much, because we'll go and grab the paver. We'll go and grab it now. Might have to grab some more tuff. And I'm quickly realizing we're going to need some extra tuff probably, but we can grab that in a minute. Just need to get the tracks connected up to the other side now. And I'm not going to hold tuff in me offhand, because I'll probably do something similar to this bridge and have it supported a different way. Oh, that one in there. Awesome. So now if we hop in our train, and I'm already noticing we haven't got enough track at the end. We hop back out of the train, extend this as far as we can. Extend this as far as we can. And that should just about give us enough room for now. Just have a little play. No, not quite. There we go. Awesome. Let's see how this looks on the branch line. What I'll do, I'll just, if I grab the other controls, the ones that are facing backwards, we can go faster now in reverse. Awesome. Ooh, and that's just... So while we're here, actually, we can kind of mark out how big we need this tunnel. Where this tunnel light kind of comes out will determine the platform size. So if we maybe come to this pillar, which means all this needs taking back. What I'm thinking of doing here is some kind of like stairs, and then we'll just put a fence on top. And then up at the top, we can just get this fully extended across now with our magic wand. Honestly, this such a good mod, such a time saver. I've just kind of put tuff down everywhere. Obviously, we're going to build on top of this. It was just an easy building block to chuck down, and it also looks good from underneath, you know, as the ceiling. That's kind of what I'll put it down for. Awesome. Right, let's carry on up. I can get in. I can. That is a miracle. So I can get in and out a bit easier, he says. Obviously, we still need to put a bit of an edge on this platform, but like I said, I don't want to do that until I decide where the actual platform's going to go. So, these should all be set up ready. Just in case of turning this one, isn't it? Are we spinning? We are. Awesome. I'll just bring it back a little bit so we can get all this tunnel. Because I don't think I've actually done this yet. Well, I haven't, as the copious amounts of granite suggests. I thought I'd do this on camera just so you can kind of be able to see a bit more of the build and all that. Oh, and we've run out of tuff already by the looks of it. And we've run out of tuff already. Oh, God. Oh, God. Control. Oh, God. We've done like one little bit of track. To the mines. Right, we'll go get some more tuff then, I think. We can use our new elevator that we built last episode, was it? No, episode before. Still waiting for his train. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't shake your head at me. I'll build it eventually, I promise. I promise. Up over to our left. Down to the deep slate mine. So yeah, what I've been trying to talk about for the past 10 minutes. Honestly, my brain, I'm like, oh, talk about this, talk about that. Just get distracted way too easily. And I've distracted myself again. So basically what I'm thinking is, obviously I love playing Minecraft. This will always be the main game on the channel. But what I'm thinking is, would you guys like to see any other games? When I say any other games, I mean a list of specific games that I want to play. So my real passion is just I love building. When I was young, I always wanted to be an architect, so that's my thing, I guess. I like building, I like designing stuff. I mean, Minecraft's the perfect game for it, but there's obviously other games out there. Different opportunities, I guess, different ways of doing stuff. So I think games like Planet Coaster. I've recently been to Fantasia Land, and I was getting super inspired. I don't know if anyone else does this. They'll go a theme park, and then they're like, oh, I've got to build this. Or is it just me? It's probably just me. So yeah, obviously I went Fantasia Land. I was getting loads of ideas for the Minecraft world, which I haven't even spoke about, but I'll definitely speak about shortly. But yeah, I was like, oh, I love Planet Coaster. I've never really been able to properly get into it though, because I guess time restraint. But if I was obviously doing it for YouTube, then it'd be a bit more of a focus, and I'd actually be able to sit down and play. And the amount of detail work you can do in that game's unreal. You can literally build up a building piece by piece. If you haven't seen any, if you don't even know what I'm talking about, definitely have a little Google or check out Steam. If you ever played Theme Park World back in the day, on the PS1, was it? You know, if you ever played Theme Park World, that's obviously where my love of theme park building games has come from. So it's very similar play to that. Obviously, just updated graphics and way more features. And then there's games like Town to City coming up. I don't know if anyone's seen that, which is a city builder, but it's very similar art style to Minecraft. It's blocky. It's just major Minecraft vibes from that. And it's a quite complex city builder from what I've seen. So that's definitely on the cards, which then brings me to my next game that I'd potentially try on the channel, which is City Skylines 2. And I actually came very close to doing a City Skylines video before I started doing YouTube again. And for those of you that don't know, I originally started this YouTube channel doing Valheim builds. And then obviously this was over lockdown about 4 or 5 years ago now. And then probably about a year ago, I'd say, I was trying to motivate myself to start back up on YouTube. And City Skylines was one of the games I recorded. I've just been looking at the footage earlier on today, and I was actually doing some pretty good stuff. Obviously, it's never been published, or I've never done anything with it because of life, I guess. But yeah, City Skylines is another game I'd really consider playing on the channel. But I feel YouTube, it's already a hard place for small content creators, and it's even harder if you start to diversify the games you do. Kind of throws the algorithm into a wobbler, and it's already hard enough, like I say, with the algorithm as it is, trying to get your videos out there to people who want to watch it. So if I was, see, I'm doing Minecraft at the moment, if I chuck out a Planet Coaster video, it'd be like the people who are after Minecraft videos, because I'm a smaller channel, there's obviously not as many people. And if they're just solely after Minecraft videos, which is fine, obviously a lot of YouTubers just specify in one particular game, and then a lot of YouTubers diversify. And I've been watching a YouTuber called Largely Unemployed. I think he's hilarious, but he's a smaller YouTuber. I say smaller, he's got 80,000 subscribers, so he's doing pretty well. But he has had a struggle. He diversifies his games, and he's had them struggles of doing playthroughs of a game, and they're not just doing very well at all. So it's a bit of a hard one. Obviously, I love doing my Minecraft videos, and that would never stop. I'd kind of keep doing the 2 videos a week on this, and then potentially do 1 video of another game a week. I think that'd work quite well. Let me just deal with the local. But I guess the hard thing for being limited to 1 game, and obviously I've done it in the past where I've literally just played and recorded 1 game, and you do get burnt out. And I'm trying my best to obviously not do that with Minecraft. Obviously, there's a lot more involved in Minecraft, and especially in modding Minecraft, so it's going to be a lot harder to get burnt out. But I think a bit of variety in the game, in a completely different game, would be beneficial in helping with that. But like I say, the Minecraft series is definitely not going to stop. It's something I'm always going to play on the channel. I love it. I love the trains. I love the building. It's just the perfect game, I guess. After saying all that. Can I play other games? I love Minecraft. I love playing it, but can I play other games? Me. But yeah, Train of Thought. It's gone. It's gone. It's completely gone. But yeah, I'm not saying I don't love playing it. I love it. I really do, and I'm gonna continue to keep playing it. Like I say, I've got so many plans for the world. And I was going to talk about something else once I plans for this. Will maybe I can't remember. Oh yes, Fantasia. Yes. So going back to Fantasia Land, if you don't know what it is, it's like a multi-award-winning theme park in Germany. Like the theming is just unreal. The rides are unreal. Oh, it's just so good. It puts Alton Towers to shame. And if you don't know what Alton Towers is, it's like one of the biggest theme parks in the UK. And yeah, obviously it's a theme park I've been going for years. And I went to Fantasia Land and I was getting loads of inspiration. I did have a future little build area in mind for this world. And that's just going to be heavily like steampunk. Thought about having like airships going around as like the storage. Similar to what we've done here with the smaller trains. So yeah, that was probably a lot of talking if I've kept it all in. But yeah, I just sort of kind of talk to you about that and see what you guys think. Because I highly doubt you're here for me. You're here for the gameplay. Don't really see myself bringing much to the table. Or maybe you are here for me. Maybe I don't know why. I don't know what you're seeing, but I appreciate if you are. Ooh, just need to stop there. Turn the actors off, control again, and drive across. And whoa. Back on. Awesome. And then we can obviously come back. Oh, God. Suddenly sped up because it wasn't laying tough. And then we can come back in here and obviously fill in these gaps under the rails and break up the texture a little bit with some like cobblestone and stuff like that, bit of gravel, bit of dirt in between the rails. We'll do all that off camera though, because that is boring, he says as he's just sat on a train paving tough, because this isn't boring. Anyway, ignore that. I'm trying to make a video here, trying to make a video worthy enough. Need this last little bit. Oh, missed it there, look. No!
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
I knew it. I don't know why I drove forward. I knew. Oh, God, me bridge. And we'll get this line back up. Do I have a valve? Yes, perfect. And if you hold right click, a specific angle, set it to 15 again. A little bit more. Bring the angle right down. The bridge has been fixed. Top tips for bridge safety is don't take your paver over your bridge with the actors on, with the pavers on. Oh, God. Alright, I think I've got a bit of an idea of what we can do for the rest of the episode. See, we're going to be using a lot of tuff going forward for the railway, because a lot of stuff I've put down has still not got the ballast underneath. So, yeah, we're going to need a lot of tuff, and we've got the Create Ultimate Factory. Now, I'm not sure how I feel about this recipe. See, it's a fairly easy recipe. If you've obviously, you just need a load of cobblestone and water. We already know cobblestone's very easy to get, but we're going to use it anyway. And then if everyone's hating on it, we will use something else. Now, we have got cobblestone already being produced over here. I was going to have the cobblestone fed on the chain conveyors over, but I think just because of the amount of cobblestone we're going to need for this and going forward, I think what I'm going to do with this area is have like a big cobblestone generator here. And then hopefully we've got enough room to squeeze in a bit of a tough production. So what I'm thinking, because obviously we're a bit limited on height. I mean, it might look like we've got plenty of height, but these contraptions get pretty big. I'm going to drop this down for two reasons. One, because of the height. And two, we'll be able to pull out from underneath on this level. And you'll see in a minute. Awesome. Right, so we've got a bit of a space cleared out. And I'm going to pop the vault sunken into the ground. So that should be like that. And then on top of the vault itself, we will need chutes. Chutes all the way across the top. We'll have the lava sat in the middle here. And then the cobblestone will be produced here, so we'll fill them in. I mean, we could put industrial iron here, because you're not going to see that anyway. Now, if you're wondering what this menu is, it's part of the Create 6 update. And you'll just have to go into your key bindings and set it to a key. I've set it to R for rotate. And then you just hold it down and then you can pick your rotation. So yeah, that's part of the Create 6 update. And top tip for crafting shafts, once you've got a little setup, you want to use a saw because, and obviously right click a shaft into the filter slot here, because you actually get 6 shafts for 1 andesite alloy instead of 8 shafts for 2 andesite alloy. So you're getting an extra 4 shafts per andesite alloy. And oh my god, is it noisy around here? Jesus Christ. Yes. That is a problem we shall definitely ignore. So, I'm just underneath now. I've dug out the area a bit, and you can see we've got the power over there. So we just need to bring it across. And this is just a case of 2 gearboxes, I think, which I should have in my bag of goodies. Awesome. Try and keep on top of this being organised. Rotate. You know what? I'm just going to turn that, and then we can connect this up here, and then we can go up to the top and see what's crack-a-lacking. We come up here awkwardly, should be able to get the right angle, and thank God for the extendo grip is all I'm saying. And yes, I am using shafts to climb up here. Please don't judge me. This is like, this quick little job's turned into the most convoluted thing I've ever done. Oh my god, I'm stuck again. Honestly, this was the worst. The worst decision I've ever made. I'm trying to parkour on shafts. A joke. Oh, right. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we don't do things unplanned without hours and hours of procrastinating the video and thinking about the idea, which is what I normally do. I'll just sit there and be like, I'll have the idea, but I'll just won't record. But today I've just like, nope, we're recording, something will come to us, and then this is what happens. Yeah, don't do this. This is not the way. So we'll put lava in. Again, it doesn't need to be source blocks all the way across, but it's pretty. I mean, for the sake of 1 block, nah, that'll be right. And we'll just fully cover this. I don't want to deal with it. Just completely seal it so there's no chance of any source blocks spawning up. And then we just need to get the rest of the water in over here. That should be all of them. We'll just quickly rebuild the building. So now, alright. Oh, the drill ain't even facing the right way. Oh my god. Are they all? I'm definitely like procrastinating here because I don't want to turn it back on and it mess up again. But we're going to have to do it eventually. Now, there's no reason this shouldn't work. It's working. Just turn that off temporarily. Because one, that drill isn't turning, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's no shaft in there. In there. Above the drill, please. There we go, Jesus. That mean there's not one on there either? It doesn't look like it. Awesome. I just want to quickly get... because my tooltip's broken, and I don't know why, so I can't see what's actually inside this vault. So I'm just going to quickly get a display link set up. And I should have some boards left over from before, which we can literally just... where do we want them? I don't think that's going to... I think we need it 3 wide at least, so we'll pop them across the top. Is that water going to drip? The water drips through. It's fine once... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Once everything's kind of... we can always... yeah, we'll make it look tidy at another point. I promise. So we just need to give this a bit of power with a small cog wheel. So that'll be powered, and then we'll just need to do... what do we need to do? We need one of these bad boys, an observer. Perfecto, and we'll just tuck that in right there. So that's connected to the vault now. And then with the display link, I think we right click on the display and just pop that in there. And then we want, so I think list matching items, the full number, and then we'll just put that on line 1. And then as soon as we give this power, it displays how much cobblestone we've got in. Maybe extend that. Will it actually fit in? Perfect. Whilst I'm thinking about it, we'll get a threshold switch in just to turn all this off. We're going to want the clutch in here. And then a threshold switch in there with a redstone link, which we definitely should have. Yep. We'll pop one on this. And we'll just do this like double cobble or something. Set that to receive. And then on this one, double cobble. And that's off at the moment because we just need to set this up.
One eternity later.
I'm just going to trust that, I mean, that should be set up right. As far as I am concerned, that should be... yeah, so this should be set up working. As soon as this vault hits max capacity, it should shut off. And then soon as it drops below 200 stacks again, it'll start back up. Alright guys, I've had a change of heart. I think I'm actually going to leave this one here today just so we've got a bit of time to get your opinion on the tough recipe. Because I'm not really sure if this is a bit cheesy or a bit like cheaty, a bit too easy. Just having the cobblestone and water. Obviously it uses a lot of cobblestone. But as you can see behind me, we've already hit 16,000, 17,000 now. So yeah, cobblestone's obviously very easy to get, so... but then I am going to be using a hell of a lot of tuff, so maybe having an easier recipe is something that will be beneficial for us. But yeah, I thought I'll kind of leave it here. This has been a bit of a mishmash of an episode. Yeah, I'm not going to say what we're doing in the next episode, because as you very well know, that could change. For whatever reason you did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you want to see what's coming up next, because I know I sure do, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future updates. And as always, a massive thank you for your support. Thank you to our Patreon member. And if you do want to support the channel even further, we do have a Patreon down below where you get access to exclusive schematics, sneak peek previews on builds, and you'll be helping out in the best way possible. But if that's something you're not able to do, just being here already means so much to me. Guys, with all that out of the way, I really can't wait to see you in the next episode, where hopefully it'll be a bit more structured than this one. Ginge, out.